when people need help and never refuse. What do we do?
Why are you asking her?
Because she's in charge, bro.
Says who?
Says us. Let's get a shift on.
It's Exodus, searching for euphoria, searching through the mud to find the present.
I feel glorious, glorious. Got a chance to start again.
I'm just a traveller.
I was born for this, born for this.
Sometimes I see things need fixing. Do what I can.
I made it through the darkest part of the night, and now I see the sunrise. Now I feel glorious, glorious.
Hey, what is going on, guys? Electerald here, and before I get into this video, I just want to say that we are in the midst of a countdown to Series 11 of Doctor Who starting. I was not going to do this originally because the thing is I have a passion for Doctor Who, and I'd love to make more Doctor Who videos. I just don't really know if anyone else on the channel is interested in that because it's been quite a gaming-focused channel up until now. I'm going to do some more Doctor Who content, though, because it's like the other thing in my life that I'm extremely passionate about. And yeah, and I just thought, we're on the week right now to Doctor Who. The first time ever Doctor Who will be on Sundays. So I just thought, let's just do a countdown to it. If you're in the UK, if you're in America, if you're in Australia, if you're in a country that's showing Doctor Who on the 7th, possibly the 8th in some countries, just check out when it's going to be on, because it's going to be great. And I think that if you've never seen it before, I think it is worth checking out. Honestly, it's a great show, and yeah, really worth checking out. This is the perfect jumping on point, as the new team has said that's behind the show. But anyway, today's video, number 7 in the countdown, as we call it, is going to be my top 5 Doctor Who stories of all time. These are stories that I would suggest you watch if you haven't already, and yeah, so let's just get to it. So, number 5 on this list is an absolute classic from the classic series of Doctor Who. Now, I know a lot of people aren't that bothered about classic series because it's kind of in the past, and you know, some people don't like looking at old-timey videos and stuff. If you're a child, I can definitely see that. I've been watching black and white Doctor Who and classic Doctor Who since I was about 4 years old, if I'm being honest, because it was definitely before New Who. So yeah, I'd have been at least a maximum of 4 years old. And but you don't have to watch classic if you don't want to, but this is the only classic Who story on this list because it is Remembrance of the Daleks, celebrating the 30th anniversary of Doctor Who with the 7th Doctor, and celebrating it in the best possible way. Up until this point, the anniversary specials had been celebrating their anniversaries, the 10th anniversary with the 3 Doctors, the 20th anniversary with the 5 Doctors, and there was also the 2 Doctors, but I don't think it was actually celebrating an anniversary. I think they just made it because why not? But the anniversaries, they didn't do too well. 5 Doctors wasn't great. The 3 Doctors is alright, but I think the story is a bit here and there. This story went with a new approach, not a multi-Doctor story, just one Doctor, the 7th Doctor, fighting his deadliest enemy, the Daleks, but in the best way possible, with 2 factions. And, let's be honest, who will ever forget the moment the Special Weapons Dalek was born? And then pretty much died after that because we pretty much never saw it again. I mean, we saw it for about a second in Asylum of the Daleks, and about 2 seconds in The Magician's Apprentice, and about a second in The Witch's Familiar. But still, they were Moffat-era stories, and who gives a fuck about them, eh? But yes, I just wanted to say that the Special Weapons Dalek is a monumental thing. But this story brought together 2 factions of Daleks. We'd never seen this before. 2 factions fighting each other. The Renegade Daleks against the Imperial Daleks. The Imperial Daleks seeming much stronger, saying that they were the almighty powerful Daleks, with the Special Weapons Dalek, with Davros on their side. But the Black Daleks, the Renegade Daleks, they had the Supreme, and they had the humans, and they had that controller thing in the chair. I forget her name. Time control. No, that was the electric thing. I don't remember. I'm excited, alright. But yeah, it's a great story. Check it out. It's a great 4-parter. So next up, number 4 on this list is Utopia, Sound of Drums, and Last of the Time Lords. What a finale. Russell T Davies knows how to write a fantastic finale. All of his finales are amazing. Definitely some better than others, but Utopia, Last of the Time Lords, Sound of Drums was the first time ever in New Who that they had tried to do a 3-parter, and blimey did it fucking work. They didn't go with a weird 3-parter where it was this kind of all over the place thing because they were trying to pace it incorrectly like Moffat did. What was perfect about this 3-parter was the first part. It's almost separate. Like, a lot of people don't even count it as part of the finale, but I do because it matters and it is a huge part of that finale. But it was to set up the master. And that's the best thing. That first part, the only connection it has to the finale itself is the final sections of it. Realistically, it's like the final 10 minutes. But the whole story put together adds on to the other 2 episodes, Last of the Time Lords, Sound of Drums and Last of the Time Lords. It makes an absolute mega finale. The 10th Doctor against his arch rival, the Master, with his companions, Captain Jack, Martha. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing. And Murray Gold, you genius, your compositions and scoring of this story is incredible. It always is, always on point. You have amazing compositions, Murray, but this story might be one of his best for his compositions and scoring. Just incredible music all the way through. That car chase scene where the Doctor is in the car and he's running away from the gunshots, the music to that is so well timed. So number 3 on this list is Bad Wolf, Parting of the Ways. This was the first finale Russell T Davies did, the finale to the first series, where we said goodbye to a fantastic Doctor, Christopher Eccleston, who played the 9th Doctor. The 9th Doctor, in my head, is definitely one of the best, possibly even the best. Definitely either the best or the second best. But he was the Doctor when I was 4 years old, and I watched it, alright? And it was amazing. And I'd already been watching Doctor Who with my dad for a few months before then, classic stories. So when it got announced as a new series, it was incredible. We were excited.
Do you want to come with me? Because if you do, then I should warn you. You're going to see all sorts of things. Ghosts from the past, aliens from the future, the day the Earth died in a ball of flame. It won't be quiet, it won't be safe, and it won't be calm. But I tell you what it will be. I'll tell you what it will be. The trip of a lifetime. Trip of a lifetime.
Doctor Who, Saturdays at 7 on BBC One.
And yeah, I watched that first series and it was emotional. And I cried. I'm not ashamed to admit that. The first time I've ever cried into a TV show. I may have been 4, but still emotional. But it was fantastic. It was a fantastic story, and it's the absolute almighty war. The Doctor thinks he's destroyed the Daleks once and for all from the Time War. Then we have a story earlier on in the series, which I'll go on to later, which was monumental and huge, which basically said, oh, no, Doctor, you did not kill all the Daleks. This Dalek survived. And then that one dies, so the Doctor's like, okay, now they're gone. And they come back again as a fully fled army, with the Emperor Dalek commanding them. The story is incredible. The first part of the story is quite confusing to Americans and people who don't live in the UK because it does focus on UK game shows like The Weakest Link and Big Brother, but The Weakest Link doesn't even exist anymore, so when I go back watching that, it's kind of emotional, and Big Brother's a lot different now. It's aired on a completely different TV channel, and it's not as good anymore, so that's also a bit emotional, because I remember my mum watching that, so I always remember that music all the time, but yeah. Oh, blimey, that story is amazing. That story is extremely good, and it has such a good cliffhanger as well. The reveal of the Daleks and just everything, and we didn't watch Next Time trailers back then, so we didn't get to see the Daleks. So when they came up in the story, I saw that for the first time. Next up, we've got number 2, which is Dalek. Dalek is, like I was saying, the story earlier on in Series 1. It was actually episode 6 of Series 1, and Dalek is amazing because it was the final Dalek. The Doctor has fought the entire Time War for like 100 years or however long it was, and he thinks he's defeated all the Daleks, and then there's one left.
I've come to help. I'm the Doctor. Impossible.
Doctor!
this underground base thing with Henry Van Staten, who controls the internet, and he's this rich fuckwit who nobody likes. He's an American fuckwit, so, and because he's a fuckwit, he's American. But I'm joking. But yeah, it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. The Doctor finds his arch rival, and yeah, I mean the emotion. Whew, it's on point. Chris is acting in this story as well. On fucking point. Wow. Now I want to watch Dalek. And now we go to the number 1 spot. And the number 1 spot is, well, it used to be Dalek, actually, the number 1 spot. But I watched this story recently, and I remembered how amazing it was. The End of Time. The emotional thing about The End of Time for me is that it ended the 10th Doctor. But not just the 10th Doctor. It ended the Russell T Davies era. And I think that it took Doctor Who... I mean, this scene right here...
I don't want to go.
That scene took Doctor Who from being an incredible show that I was hyped to watch all the time and just shaking throughout the year waiting for it to come back, to me just liking it. Well, I don't dislike it, but I do not like it as much anymore. And you can't say it's because I'm not a kid anymore, because Moffat took over when I was 10. So I should have still been loving it just as much. It was just the stories were not as good. I'm sorry, it's a fact. The stories are not as good in the Moffat era. I can't say I've enjoyed a Moffat story, a single story this era, the Moffat era, as much as I did the Russell era, which is a huge shame. I don't enjoy 12 Foil, the 11th Doctors. I do think that Peter Capaldi is a fantastic actor and he's been wasted. Matt Smith, I haven't really seen him in anything since Doctor Who, but I'm sure he's a great actor as well. He seemed pretty good in Doctor Who, but maybe he was wasted as well. But Capaldi was definitely a wasted actor who was well known for a lot of roles, and it was just a shame, really, that he was wasted with shit stories. So anyway, yeah, that's my list. Oh, and also, the fucking Master came back in that story, and he was still amazing. John Sim, you beauty. It's just a shame you had to come back in World Enough and Time, Dr. Falls, and be shit, wasn't it? Not your fault, John Sim, it was Moffat's writing, sorry. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I will be back tomorrow for day 6 on my countdown to Doctor Who Series 11.